watching that F5 key. It doesn't even say F5 anymore.
I wish I was playing 10 years ago, because I'm pretty sure I would have got some 10k finish.
Mind your business!
A certain Egyptian king is being ignored.
Say Maximin! Oh my goodness. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Only One Bonus Point, a light take on a deep game. We're your hosts, I'm Law.
And I'm Ray. Hey Law, how are you, my man?
I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I'm good. I'm not good. FPL is terrible. My team's getting slapped left, right, and center. I am just desperate for this season to finish, man. For both, for real life football and for FPL. Just get it done, man. Come on. Dragon. Oh, I'm so glad RJ's not here because I do not want to hear it. I'll be very honest with you.
Our esteemed host RJ unfortunately couldn't make it, but of course sends his regards and we'll go through his plans. But yeah, you could just imagine his gleaming smile. He won't even say anything. He's like, "How are you, Law? How are you?"
Yeah,
You're
that's
right,
it. Yeah? He'll kill me with kindness, and I don't want it. I don't want it at all.
Oh, before we go on, please follow us on X at Only One Bonus Point with the number 1. You can follow me at Ray_Cure. You can follow RJ at _Only One RJ, and Law.
And myself at Only One _Law.
Yeah, you can still join our mini league code if you want. Oscar Charlie 3 Bravo Kilo. And if you want to email us, onlyoneBonusPoint@gmail.com with the number 1.
Ray, I didn't ask. How are you? I just went into my little rant. I apologize. How are you?
Or rant, as some may say.
Some might say.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm real football wise. I'm of course just delighted we're a threat. I've been saying it for a few months now. We're a threat, and that's what I wanted. I love how we're playing. I love just the whole kind of environment around the team is just great. It's really good. And if we don't win the league, I don't think it's what it was 12 months ago when I was very vocal about us, in my opinion, bottling it. I think it's just, we've won 13 out of 15 games this calendar year. I mean,
it's actually sickening to see how happy you guys are. It's hurting every part of my body, honestly. Just let this season finish, please.
It would be, before we go on, it would be the most Spurs thing that they draw against Burnley and somehow don't lose against Man City or something like that. I could just
I said to RJ the other day, we're gonna lose to Liverpool, and it's just so Tottenham for us to lose against Burnley. So we've lost 5 in a row and then turn up and beat it. It's just so obvious. It's annoying. It's so obvious. It's annoying.
So I think as a football fan, as a Spurs fan, you'll answer the question. So I'm not actually going to ask you the question, would you like to lose against City or whatever? Yeah, I'm not going to ask you that. It's more of Ange and obviously the players. Do you feel like they'll actually go into that game with less energy than they should if there's still something to play for in regards to 4th place? So let's say Spurs beat Burnley. And Villa fail against Liverpool. I think then it would be a 5-point difference, but you'd still have a game to play, which will be against Man City.
Yeah.
Do you think Ange will still say, look, we got to focus on Spurs or on ourselves?
Ange absolutely will, yes. But will the players be as motivated? I don't know, but Ange 100% will be like, just from the way he comes across, it will be, it's 100% or nothing, right? It's not, there's no half-hearted attempts. Because the focus for the manager should always be on us, not on what you lot are doing or whoever else is, or Chelsea or whatever. It should never be on what another team is doing or could gain from us losing. That should never be, if that wasn't the manager's focus, that would be incredibly concerning for me. Incredibly. Me as a fan, I don't want to see you lot win the league, so I will take that out. But as a team and a thingy, I would like to think that they were on it. Maybe you have a different approach if 4th is not on. fourth is not on, then maybe they'd have. I don't know if they'd have a different approach or not. But if it's on, I can only see them wanting to win that game as
including the
professionals.
players.
As professionals, as professionals, you've got to have some sort of self-pride in it. Can't go into a game wanting to lose.
What I mean, yeah.
That's a madness. As fans, it's a different question. But as professionals, if it ever came out that they wanted to lose that, I'd lose respect for them, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's madness.
Yeah, the game law.
Yeah.
If Spurs score and go 1-0 up, are you going to cheer like mad as usual?
Oh, wait, will I be at that game? Sorry, that's away. No, that game's away. Is it away or at home?
Oh, it isn't. It's at home.
It is at home. Oh, yeah, then I will be there. I think it would be somber. I think there would be celebration, but not like jumping up and down glee. Like, yeah, exactly. You know, them like little tennis applause. Them ones. Yeah. I think it would be.
It'll be like Wimbledon centre court. It's like, well, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I think it would be like. So it won't be that there will be no applause, no cheering, but I don't think it would be like jump up and down like it normally is. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird,
unbelievable.
Atmosphere.
I know it's
weird atmosphere.
The whole way it's played out is unbelievable. I don't even know what to say, especially if Spurs have some. That's why I'm rooting for Spurs to be winning their games, so they got something to play for.
And for Villa to lose theirs, isn't it? Because I think I don't know. To be honest, man, I don't even know. Like, this sounds switched off from football. I don't even know what it takes for us to get fourth. I don't even know what the situation needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, basically, what needs to happen is, hold on, just bringing up the table. Yeah, so you have a game in hand and are currently 7 points behind. So let's say that game let's say you beat Burnley.
Yeah.
You'd be 4 points behind, all even, and then and Villa got Liverpool.
Yeah.
Before you play Man City. If they fail to beat Liverpool, let's just say it's a draw, they'll be 5 points ahead of you, hypothetically, and you'll have the game against Man City.
Yeah.
And if you win that game, you'll then be 2 points behind going into the last game of the season. And you got Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Great ad hoc topic.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna clip this.
I've spoken to RJ about this as well. I don't even as a fan, regardless of where you lot finish, I don't actually want fourth. Even if we could get fourth and you guys finish second, which could happen if you lot lost to Man United, but that's not going to happen with the way they're playing. But if we get fourth and you lot finish second, I would still rather have Europa. Because I said the same thing to RJ when we had Conte and we were both fighting for fourth. I think at an early stage of a project, it's a poison chalice. I genuinely believe that. Like, I look at Newcastle this year. They got fourth last year. They're at the beginning stage of their project, and it's not dismantled. They're sixth at the end of the day, but it had a massive impact on where they're finishing this season, because the way they're playing now with everyone fit, compared to how they were playing when they had those injuries, because of the amount of times they had to play their first team players, it's massively affected them. Same as United, finished third last year at the beginning of their project in the Champions League. It's crushed their season. And then us with Conte, we finished fourth, had Champions League, finished eighth the next season. I honestly think that Europa gives us a chance to not just continue to practice Andrew's way of football, which we haven't quite got with yet, but also gives us a chance to blood in some of our, because we've got some really good under 21s coming through our system who just can't get any game time because we're playing once a week. Whereas if we have a game midweek where we can blood in youngsters, that's going to massively help us as well. I genuinely think Europa, in terms of our project, is better for us than Champions League. If we get Champions League, obviously I'm happy. And I think Champions League is an overachievement for where we were at the beginning of the season to where we are now. But yeah, Europa for me, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, I've never thought about that, but we wouldn't have been title contenders last season if we win the Champions League. No way.
Yeah, I think
no
so
way.
Well.
And that's a good point. Yeah, because if you look at where we are mentally, if you like, and with maturity just 12 months on from last season, we're a different beast.
Yeah.
Of course, we've really, in essence, just added Rice, Raya, and Havertz, because obviously Timber's been injured all season. The players have matured so much where it's like, right, we'll take on the Champions League. But last season, you're right, actually. If we were in the Champions League last season, we wouldn't have been title contenders. No way. So that's a good point, because you kind of want that season to get used to Europe, blood your your young players like we did last season, and see where you go. And then when it looked like we could actually win the league last season, we kind of sacrificed Europa League.
And that doesn't matter. Your fans aren't going to be upset with that as well.
No.
You can't play a half-hearted team in the Champions League. You just can't do it. You cannot do it.
And like you said, with Newcastle, they couldn't balance both because they're completely inexperienced. And that would have happened to us last season. It would have. Hands down.
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn. Okay.
Anyway, segue there, but anyway.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. What an intro. So, what we shall go through as usual, we'll go through our game week 36 scores. The season's ending, so we're just going to look at the planner of what we got left. We'll look at double game week 37 fixtures and obviously our bus teams, and probably a whole lot more kind of tangents, isn't it? So let's start. So as always, we start with the lowest points this week, and goodness me.
No, for our audio listeners, right?
Yeah, man, I'll enjoy this. So, Law, if you wouldn't mind reading it out.
So this is RJ's team. He finished with 72 points, a game week rank of 5,365,000. He had Pickford in goal for 3. Van der Ven held 4, got him a -1. Gilchrist 1. White with 6. In midfield, he had Gordon for 6, Foden for 5, Son for 7, and Palmer for 8. Up front, Watkins 2, Haaland 21, and differential captain Isaac 14. On the bench, fun with flags, he's got Bruno Fernandes, Maguire, and Shaw, all with 0 points.
Yeah, so he went into the game week 17.9k, and it's a big red arrow because he's now at 42.5k. So it was the two really was not having Jackson and not captaining Haaland, isn't it?
Yeah,
those were the two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, still, all in all, splendid season. But I think he's about 40 points off top 10k now. So I think that's kind of like that part's probably gone now.
Yeah. But unless he takes the only way would be to take 2 big risks, but it depends how you want to end the season, fighting for the top 10k or holding position.
Exactly. That's a fair point.
Cool. The next was myself with 88 points, game week rank of 1.963 million. Ariola in goal for 3 points, Burn for 2 points, Gabriel for 7, Reguilon for 8 in midfield. Foden for 5, Son for 7, Saka for 10, and then I also went differential captain with Palmer 16. Up front, Isaac 7, Haaland 21, and Muniz with 2. So yeah, not captaining Haaland was my killer this week. I don't know.
So
go on.
Your rank, sorry, how did your rank go? Where were you? Where did you go? You must have got a green.
I did get a green. I don't think it was a very big green. I went from 861k to 800k. So yeah, 60k rise. I'm done, Ray. I don't even care. I don't even know why I came on. I've got no advice for no one. There's no advice people should take from me.
We'll probably get our highest numbers because now it's just truth. Now we're not trying to help anyone, okay?
I don't know. I can't even remember what my thinking was behind the Palmer Haaland thingy. I just figured I'm so high up in the table, I might as well be differential. And then obviously, eventually, Haaland was gonna punish people not going with him all the time. So, and that just happened to be this week.
Yeah, I mean, considering Haaland and again Jackson not having him, it was still a really good score, really.
Yeah,
considering.
It's because Saka actually became a semi-differential. Yeah.
Did you actually use the transfer? Or did you just roll? Oh, you rolled. Sorry.
I just rolled.
Yeah,
I just rolled. Yeah.
And do you have any chips left?
Bench boost.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And then we go to me. It was a awesome week for me. Ended with 102 points. Gameweek rank 461k. So Edison with 2, and I'm so upset with myself. I went with him. It's just he's been awful every time I've had him in the years that I've played this game, and I'm just like, why do I keep doing it? You're an idiot, Ray. I actually almost said my real name there. That's Pedro Porro with 0. He came on for Maguire. Burn with 2, and when Burnley got that goal, I was like, yep, typical. Gabriel with 7. The Arsenal defense is insane. Foden with 5. Palmer with 8. Gordon with 6. Son, who was first sub, got a bit fortunate there for Bruno. He got 7 points. Isak with 7. Nico Jackson has just paid so well for me when I bought him on the wild card. Captain Haaland with 42. I put him in more because Wolves just have so many people out in defense.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking that Haaland is so good and there's so many opportunities that eventually someone will get it before the season ends. So
I actually think I was unlucky with the Palmer one as well. They won bloody 5-0.
They got one.
They won 5-0 and you only got one involvement in their goal. So I think I was a little bit unlucky. Like I think
this is a week where you could. I think this was a week where you could actually go. It could be a bit more spread. Yeah, I don't think the move was that obvious, to be honest with you. Vicario with 2, and then Bruno out, Maguire is out now for the rest of the Premier League season.
Flags. The wildcard team has just been demolished.
Van Heck was supposed to be my kind of wonder for the bench boost. I was like, I think a lot of people are going to want Brighton, and he sits there. He got injured. I was like, that bench boost is a waste. But
I'm happy because it means because most wildcards are similar, so everyone seems to have bench injuries.
Same boat.
Which has helped me because I need to take a hit to get a decent bench in the bench boost, but then so will most other people.
We all do
now. Yeah. So I've been helped in a sense.
Yeah, from rank wise, so 410.6k to 335k. So I think it's been a strange season because I think only in game week 25 was I suddenly starting to kind of. I think I was out of the top million until game week 25, 26. So it's been a really, really difficult season because I've been trying to chase the points. Like Nketiah got the hat trick. I bought him in because I was like, he's going to start these games. He got injured the next game week, Nketiah. So, I had to take him out. I think I did the same with Bernardo Silva. I've been trying to go a lot more maverick than I have in the past, which, served me well in the past. And this season, I'm like, I really want to make some moves and just go to Old Faithful, Ray. And, I'm getting greens again. So, it's just, but a bit like you, I'm very ready for the season to end. It's even when you do really well with your points, you're not really moving up that much, if that makes sense.
No,
there's that gif, isn't it? There's that gif of climbing the mountain step by step, and then to fall down, you slide down the slope. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
I feel like I've been ever since I've got out of the top 1 million. I've just been treading water. Like I've not been able to gain any more ground. I was like, I think what was my highest rank? I was 1.6 million, and then I had 5 or 6 green arrows in a row, which took me out 1 million. And then I've just been 700. I think when I came out of the million, I was 787. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game weeks later, I'm 800k. So it's just like I've not moved. I've just not moved. I've just been just staying in the same place the whole time.
I mean, because you've been playing longer than myself. Previously, I would imagine when you get a great game week, it's just like you just shoot up. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but now it's kind of like everyone's
it just feels like a great game week now. Like if you're before being above the average was basically the average was very close to the real safety score, whereas now the safety score is so much higher than the average. Like you have to be you have to be hitting 70s, 80s every week to be in the top 10k. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Yeah, and for example, I mean, RJ's had a fantastic comeback after kind of, he said to us beforehand that, look, I'm going to be patient and stuff like that. Going back up to, I think he went as low as 90K, back up to 17, 18K. And he's had 1 week where he hasn't captained Haaland. Now he's at 45K. It's just so brutal.
It's disheartening, man. Yeah.
Season end quickly, please.
Like taking deep.
And about that, the season is ending. So, I mean, we've got 2 game weeks left. And, of course, we will go to the double game week 37 fixtures. But just kind of top of your head, are there any players you definitely feel like, you know what, let's target that. Let's take a punt here. Are Arsenal still worth bringing in, even though we got Man United away? Like, what are you thinking kind of top of your head?
I'm planning on not getting rid of Saka because you guys are still in the fight for the top. So I'd rather keep him, even though he's got a single game week. Mm-hmm. My differential pick, because I might as well do something different. So I've got Muniz up front, and I'm thinking instead of going for Jackson, which would be the logical move to make, I might go for João Pedro against Newcastle and Chelsea. Brighton aren't playing the best, but he's just a different option. I was actually going to do Wilson, but I've heard murmurs that he might be injured yet again. So I'm holding off on. Yeah, no, I'm holding off on that. But I'm interested in doing something different. So I was going to do Wilson, but I'm now looking at potentially João Pedro. Other fixtures to target. Who else are we looking at?
Would you bench? So let's say you got him. Would you bench him in 38, or would you play him against United?
Pardon me.
You'd probably bench him, isn't it? Because
probably bench him. Yeah.
Isak and Haaland.
I'd have Isak, Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably bench him.
Go on. Sorry.
Other fixtures that I'm targeting. Who else? Another single game week art. I don't know. I really like. I don't know who to get or if I would bring them. I wouldn't bring them in this week because of the doubles. But the way Crystal Palace are playing right now, there are points to be had there. There really are. But then you're going against the double game week to bring one of them in this week against Wolves. But yeah, there are definitely points to be had there.
Yeah, I mean, we say it every week, if it's all of us or 2 of us or anything, when Eze and Elise are on the pitch together, it's just different. I mean, they become a top 10 team.
Yeah.
And Mateta's just been unreal. I mean, I know I've been making all the jokes that you hate in regards to who he is. And I was just literally saying,
I was gonna comment on your last one. I was like, no, Lawrence, compose yourself.
Baiting you. I keep thinking, should I tag him? If I tag him, I know he'll say something. I know he'll say something. If I tag him.
I saw the Richarlison one, and I was literally gonna write it, and I was like, no. This is what he wants.
I'm literally talking only to you. I don't care about everyone else. I'm just talking to you. So with the Mateta one, I go, oh, the man's Eto, and doing all my stupid memes. It's just having fun and everything like that. He's got 12 Premier League goals, Mateta. I looked, and I think about 8 of them have been in the last 7 games or something.
Yeah.
So himself, Eze, and Elise were just, I mean, Man United were embarrassingly bad.
Absolute dog.
But
yeah,
against any team, including Man City, they would have done something. And I really like what you're saying in regards to bringing one in. But if you're bringing one in, again, it's kind of like, well, this is the part where, and we say it all the time, is that we shouldn't ignore great single game week assets. But we do. Yeah. We do ignore them.
Every time.
We
tell ourselves
we're all hypocrites.
Yeah. We tell ourselves, oh, no, you know what? I've seen a single game week this week do extremely well. On the next one, I'm not going to just focus on double game weeks. And then you do a wild card, and every player has the double game week. You can't help it. Because in your mind, they've got 2 chances to get 7 goals. So it's like, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah. I know Spurs are, who am I thinking of? Yeah, I know Brighton are pretty shit defense, but Dunk might get 2 goals against Newcastle.
He's got 2 chances at the end of the day. Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, I think that segues well into our double game week 37 fixtures. So for me, so away from the double game week assets, Everton have been unbelievable defensively, including one of your defenders from our team of the season last year
Mr.
with
Tarkowski.
But I'm thinking more about Branthwaite. Is we do have injuries all over the place. Everyone has Share, a Newcastle player. Some people like myself have a Van Heck. Some and pretty much I think almost everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people have Maguire like myself as well. So I'm just thinking, look, I know they don't have a double, but Everton have been so good defensively, and Sheffield United are gone mathematically. That okay, Maguire's out. I'll bring in Branthwaite.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are your thoughts there before you obviously give me some fixtures and assets?
No, yeah, I completely agree with that sentiment. Again, it's not focusing on the double; it's focused on it's not guaranteed, but Sheffield United are not going to offer anything in that game. I don't think. So I really like that idea of bringing in Branthwaite. I think that's as close to no clean sheet is ever nailed, but it's as close to like the highest percentage, I think.
Yeah.
Of this game week, the highest percentage chance of a clean sheet goes to Everton at home against Sheffield United. So yeah, I really like that idea. One I might actually steal, to be fair.
What? Yeah, please. What kind of assets are you thinking? Maybe away from the norm, but what are kind of some assets you're thinking that they're not highly owned?
Yeah, so one of them was João Pedro from Brighton, which I mentioned before, going for an attacking asset. I think not many people are going to go in that direction, especially with Jackson's form recently. I think everyone's going to be, if they haven't already got him, bring them in.
Yep.
Another option, who else was I looking at? I've already got Garnacho, but I had him as an option for Man United. I just don't know about them, though, to be fair. Two very tough games, and my goodness, were they abysmal. It feels like they're coasting to the end of the season as well. Like they don't really care where they finish on the table.
Focus on for the FA Cup, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, they got their foot off the gas because that performance was just diabolical. Well, I can talk, to be fair, but anyway. Who else am I looking at?
Yeah, they're two, and sorry to interrupt, but obviously I very much respect, of course, your opinion on Spurs, being that it's your team. But Richarlison is, away from the hilarious meme, is Richarlison's really attracting me. And if Bruno is out, I could think of Richarlison, but that means taking out Vicario. And then again, I'm already got two defensive issues. But if someone has two Spurs assets and has that free one, what would you say about bringing in Richarlison? Because surely he's going to start, because I know we talk about Son being up front and everything like that, but I've always thought Son is more effective on the left, only because he's in the game more.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on bringing on a Richarlison?
I never thought I would say this, but he literally changed the game for us when he came on against Liverpool.
Unbelievable.
Just having an out-and-out striker playing that position.
Yeah.
Made a big difference. He made the runs he was making, his hold-up play was better, which is a massive problem for us at the minute. It's keeping the ball at the other end of the pitch. So I think he starts. I can't see him not starting. I think Maddison probably starts as well. But yeah, if I was going to bring in another Spurs asset, I probably wouldn't even look at their defense, to be honest. I'd just look at Son and Richarlison. Those are the two I would look at. Yeah. Those are the two I would look at. I don't know what we're going to do in this game because I cannot see him starting Emerson Royale. He might do, but
is Davis injured?
Davis and Udogie both injured. Yeah.
Everyone's out.
I know, it's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know why Emerson Royale is not a good player. Full stop. He doesn't have the ability to play properly. In my mind, you should probably put Porro on the left because he's just a more capable defender.
Okay.
And then put Emerson Royal back in his original position, so at least he can do somewhat of a job. But because he's playing, Emerson Royal is already not good, and being played out of position, he was just so exposed. It was unbelievable. So he either doesn't start or he starts on the right. It'd be madness. I think he's gonna start him again, to be fair, but I think it's madness. Replay Skip there like he did. Skip did a decent job because he's a competent footballer.
That's what about? Yeah, I was having any spoiler. It will be about my bus team changes. Guy, I've got no budget. Is literally I've got 0. Could Van der Ven do any of this wide cover because of his pace? And then you bring in what's his name?
Dragerson.
Who's incredible, by the way. He's a brilliant player.
We could, but the manner in which we play requires his pace in the middle of the pitch. So if you move him out to the left, all of a sudden we become exposed in the middle. Does that make sense? So I don't see him doing that. I don't see him making that move, personally. The only other option is to play 3 at the back. But I don't think he'll do that. So I think you'll either see he starts Emerson Royal again, or he starts with Skip there, which is a bit odd, but Emerson Royal was that bad, he would rather play a midfielder. I kind of understand it.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those Fabian Delph things, isn't it? Where Mendy couldn't get a game, so he put Delph in there.
Defensively, obviously, like Skip always played as like a defensive midfielder. So defensively, he could do half a job. His fullback is different. But because of the manner in which he gets our fullbacks to play, Skip will likely be up the pitch more where he's used to being anyway. So I'd rather just see Skip play there again than put him. I like Emerson Royal he's not a competent player at all. He's not competent.
Yeah, and I think with Skip there, I'd imagine, but from what I've seen from Tottenham, it's never been that way. Whoever's on the pitch for you lot, but hopefully the starting position will be 5 yards back to protect someone like Skip, who is not used to being in that position. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a Spurs pod for you today, isn't it? You must be loving it. But
no, not under these circumstances.
Noni Madueke is really, really exciting to watch right now. And I have 2 Chelsea. So I didn't go for Petrovic. I went for Vicario, like a mug.
Yeah.
And it's cost me a lot of points, actually, in just the 2 game weeks. But, Noni Madueke is a player that I couldn't advocate more because he looks so good, so confident, so assured. And the Chelsea team are playing really well. Really well.
It's starting to click for them, isn't it? It really
is. Yeah. I mean, a few more games and they could, threaten 5th place.
They probably don't want the season to end. To be fair, they're probably a team looking at it like, I wish we had a few.
They want another month.
Keep going. Yeah.
And I look at Noni Madueke. I think he's like 0.5% owned. He's cheap as chips. And this is why I almost want Bruno to be out. Does that make sense? So I'll just take an additional -4 and bring in a Madueke. But yeah, but apart from that, I'll be honest with you, it's just usual suspects. Jackson, everyone has Palmer, Newcastle, Isak, Gordon and Byrne. I have them already. And single game week assets, I think we mentioned it already. The likes of Branthwaite could be a great replacement for Fabian Schär. So, cool. Cool, my man. So now we're going to our bus team. So this is actually, I believe, RJ. So for those on audio,
it's mine actually.
Oh, is it yours? I'm so sorry.
So yes, for those on audio, I have Areola in goal against Luton at home. In defence, I've got Reguilon against Bournemouth, Byrne, who's got Brighton and United, Gusto, who's got Forest and Brighton. In midfield, I have Saka against United, Palmer against Forest and Brighton, Foden against Fulham and Tottenham, Son against Burnley and City, Garnacho against Arsenal and Newcastle. Up front, Haaland against Fulham and Tottenham, Isak against Brighton and Man United. And on the bench are all single game weekers. Neto at home to Brentford, Muniz against Man City, how do you say his name again? Zabanye against Brentford and Gabriel against United. I've got 2 free transfers. Muniz out to a striker is definitely one of the moves. And Zabrani to another defender who now might become Brentford after our conversation. And then maybe a -4, but who I do that -4, I don't know. I might just
money in the bank. How much money in the bank? You got anything?
5.5 million in the bank.
Oh wow, fantastic!
Yeah. So I can pretty much move to whoever.
I mean, Muniz to Jackson is so obvious. I know you're saying Pedro,
yes,
but
yeah. Where I'm at, I just don't like. I don't want to do it just because of where I'm at, and I'm not bothered about going with the norm. So
what you could do then is Muniz to, let's say, Pedro. Sabania could go to Gvardiol.
Yeah, that was actually another option I was looking at. Actually, yeah, because I was looking at doing that and then maybe doing Reguilon to someone else or one of the goalkeepers to someone else and keep both Saka and Gabriel.
Yeah, because of our last game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I might take 4 and change one of the goalkeepers.
Yeah, which would probably be Neto, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In essence.
Yeah.
We say that, but West Ham are just pile of crap.
Yeah,
and now it's been confirmed he's going. So
yeah, so even more on the beach than they were before.
Is there any kind of is -4 kind of like the max you take, or are you really entertaining anything as long as you have Saka and Gabriel?
Yeah,
and the Douglas, obviously.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to any more. I don't fancy taking hits to take out one doubler for another because.
I guess it could be Muniz, Neto, and Zabani out for Gvardiol, Pedro, and Petrovic.
Yeah.
Play a bench boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which will most likely be it.
Cool. And Captain Palmer, are you pretty?
No, that's probably going to float about. It's on Palmer at the minute, but it probably floats about. And I might keep it on Palmer. Actually, I'm going to keep it on Palmer. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, maybe yeah. Go on.
Maybe Isaac or Palmer. Yeah. One of those two. Yeah. I'm going against Haaland again. Fuck it. Apologies. Sorry.
If you didn't know, he doesn't care. Okay. I had to beg him to come onto the stream days. For God's sake, Ray, I'll save you. Otherwise, it would have been a solo one, which would have been a lot of fun and about 5 minutes long. So we're up to RJ now. So for those on audio, he's got Pickford at home to Sheffield United, then Van der Ven, home to Burnley, home to Man City, Gilchrist away to Forest, away to Brighton, White away to United, Palmer away to Forest and Brighton, Gordon at home to Brighton, away to United, Foden away to Fulham and Tottenham, Bruno Fernandes at the moment, home to Newcastle and Arsenal, Son, home to Burnley and Man City, currently captain Haaland away to Fulham and Spurs, Isak home to Brighton, away to Man United. His bench at the moment is Edison, Jackson, Maguire, and Shaw. He's also doing a bench. We're all on bench boost, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, it's Edison, Nico Jackson, Maguire, and Cher. So he's going to take him out. So he has got a message here. He said that basically he's looking to take a -4. Jackson is someone that he says he's already actually brought him in.
Yeah, he brought him in, yeah.
So those two defenders, Maguire and Cher, currently he's thinking of Lewis Dunk and Hall, which is interesting because I don't know if he started their last game. I don't think he did, actually. I think Murphy may have played right back, but I love the Dunk call. Yeah. And rather than Hall, I'm thinking bring in Branthwaite. Then he has double Everton defense. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Or do the same. Oh, he's really got Edison, isn't it? I was going to say, or do the same with Gabriel. Who would I look at bringing in as another defender? So let's have a look at the fixtures again. He's already got triple Chelsea, triple City. Yeah, I'm probably looking at that. I'm probably looking at that Branthwaite call as well, to be fair.
Yeah, because he's got Burn already, and
that's mine again. That's mine again.
Sorry.
Who was the other one? Maguire to who?
Currently, Maguire to Hall and Share to Dunk. Like the Share to Dunk one, I actually really like.
Okay,
And if he's got the budget, which I think he will, I think Maguire to Banthwaite. Then his bench boost will be Pickford, Branthwaite. Or maybe it is Edison. Maybe he does feel Man City will concede. But then his bench boost will be Edison, Branthwaite, Nico Jackson, and Dunk.
Yeah.
So then he'll only have Pickford, White, and Branthwaite as a single game week assets. Pickford, White, and Branthwaite, and I think they're points with all of them actually.
Yeah.
With White, not necessarily the clean sheet, but he looks so dangerous offensively now that he could get a return. So
yeah, but I see him not going with Brentford based on having double Everton defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rather than Hall, maybe Livramento, because Livramento did start the last game.
Okay.
Or what he could do, he could. I don't know what his budget is, but I'm thinking if he could get a third Tottenham defender, but honestly, the aim is just Burnley.
Yeah, don't double up on Tottenham defense. It's just not necessary.
Whoops.
If you take one thing from me today, is don't double up on Spurs defense.
Well, you'll be happy to know I'm looking to take out my goalkeeper to compensate. Oh, cool. Okay. Any other thoughts, or should we go to me?
Yeah, go to you, mate.
All right. So, at the moment, Vicario home to Burnley and City, Pedro home to Burnley and City, Brighton home, United away, Gabriel away to Man United, then Son home to Man City and Burnley, Palmer, Bruno Fernandes at the moment, Foden, Haaland captain at the moment, but a bit like you, I'm a bit unsure about that. 2 away games.
Mm-hmm.
Isak, who's someone I am actually tempted with, and Nico Jackson. At the moment, the bench is Edison. I would actually bench Edison, whatever his name is, Gordon, Maguire, and Van Heck. I have 0 in the bank, so I definitely need to take a -4. Yeah. If Bruno's injured, which I'm kind of hoping he is, I'm looking at Bruno to Madueke.
Yeah.
And then Maguire and Van Heck could be Dunk and probably... Well, I haven't actually thought of the other defender, actually. Oh, it would be probably Gusto.
No, you wouldn't be able to bring in
Madueke and Gusto. I'm all over the place, sorry. So what I'm thinking, I'll do it this way, is I'm thinking Vicario out to Petrovic.
Yeah.
Van Heck would maybe go to... I was actually thinking of Van der Ven, actually, but I understand why you're against that. But basically, Petrovic, Van Heck. Sorry, let me start again. I'm so tired. Sorry. I'm thinking Vicario, Maguire, and Van Heck out to Petrovic, Veltman, and Branthwaite.
Okay, yeah. Just on what we're discussing, Hall did start the last game.
Okay, thank you.
Start. Yeah.
So basically, I'm almost I'm almost doing like for like, but it's in regards to the teams. But I'm thinking of bringing in Petrovic, which I always should have, and Maguire can maybe go to a Branthwaite.
Yeah.
Meaning I'll only have 2 single game week players, which will be Branthwaite and Gabriel. So once again, sorry to confuse everyone and Raw, I'm thinking Vicario, Maguire, Van Heck out for Petrovic, Veltman / Van der Ven.
Yeah.
And Branthwaite. I'm very sure about Branthwaite.
If Bruno is injured, does that change your plans?
Yeah, I'm thinking Madueke in.
Yeah, but then Madueke you won't be able to do the Petrovic move.
Then I'm thinking Gusto. Yeah. No. Then I'm thinking Cucurella. No.
Ah, Cucurella. Okay.
No, I'm confusing myself again. I've already got 3 Chelsea players.
Yeah.
Man. I'm sorry, man. So Bruno out for Madueke.
Yeah.
And that allows me to probably do Van Heck to Dunk.
Yeah.
And then Maguire to Branthwaite.
Okay. Yeah.
Jesus.
We got there. Don't worry, we got there.
RJ's gonna be like, for God's sake. So yeah, that's me, and yeah. So the Maguire, Van Heck just being injured, I'll be like, okay, well that's all right. I can use my free transfers to bring it in, but both of them being injured has just been an absolute S.
It's annoying, isn't it? I'm not in the same position in terms of injuries, but I'm in the same position of having to take out defenders. And it's just so annoying in taking hits for defenders. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it, taking hits for defenders.
What are they going to get?
Yeah.
Max, clean sheet.
I know. It's just, I cannot stand taking hits for defenders, man.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
I mean, the other thing I thought of, which is really quite maverick, is if Bruno is injured and I bring in Madueke, I've got so much money to play with that I could make Maguire into White. And Van Heck could still become Dunk.
Yeah.
And then that gives me double defense going into a last game against Everton. But is there any point really planning now?
Yeah, I don't know. Just go for broke in this game week, really. I'll be honest with you, Ray. I don't care.
That's our episode name, by the way. I don't care. It is. I mean, for more unbelievable plugs and bits of advice, please follow us at only one. Follow the number 1 on X, and make sure to absolutely follow Law at only1_Law for more gems.
Incredible gems. I promise I'll get back to every single one of your problems, and I won't just reply, I don't care. I promise.
Well, look, I mean, it's been a brutal season. I'm sure we'll do an end of season retrospective like last season and cry, especially you and I. But yeah, is there anything else? Is there anything else to add before we chop this up?
Just that this game absolutely sucks ass, and can't wait to do it all again next year.
If you truly don't value your sanity, then it's a great game to play. But
if you're willing to get dragged through the mud and slapped in the face with a fish on a daily basis, then play fantasy football.
Exactly. But once again, please, if you want to email us, only1bonuspoint@gmail.com with the number 1, our mini league code Oscar Charlie 3 Bravo Kilo. Once again, you can follow myself at Ray_Cure and RJ at _only1RJ. But Law?
And myself is at only1_Law.
Wonderful. Wow, man.
Yeah, it's been a good episode though, to be fair, Ray. It's been nice catching up and going through the stuff that is FPL. Yeah. Thanks for listening to me rant about Spurs. I'll see you all next week for more of the same.
We've been your hosts. My name's Ray.
And I'm Law. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you all the next time. Peace!